If I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on a bed of roses, sink me in the river at dawn, send me away with the words of a love song. If I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on a bed of roses, sink me in the river at dawn, send me away with the words of a love song.
Yeah, it appears my time is coming, but it ain't the way I pictured. Now I got my family grieving. You ain't think of that though, did ya? And I just kept on running, unaware this life gon' get ya. I don't think I'm good for nothing except the death and suicide by liquor. Starting on that day I'm leaving, let my family know I loved them, that I saw it coming, and I'm sorry, this is how it happened. Told them not to resent my music, that I think I died for rapping, even though I tried to drown out all the stress that all I wrote for passion. And if my people asking, let them know that I found my peace, and I'ma live forever, voice and spirit flowing inside these beats. But the story ain't complete, gotta write them final pages, how to redeem myself and turn my soul into one that's good for saving. Yeah, swear that amazing grace, I don't really think that I earned my place, cause the void that I used to fill with liquor, now another empty space. So when you see my face smile, there ain't no time for crying, I always lived like I was dying. So
if I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on a bed of roses, sink me in the river at dawn, send me away with the words of a love song. If I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on a bed of roses, sink me in the river.
When it comes to music, creating songs like that, where do you pull a lot of this from?
Well, when I wrote If I Die Young, I wrote that in rehab and recorded it in rehab. And really, it was, the lyrics just came in from me. It's like what I would tell the people in my life if I die young. And at the point when I wrote the song, it appeared as if I was going to die. I mean, really, I was going to die. You know, at 26, I was arrested again, had some blood work done, tried to get sober for my first time. And the doctor said, look, you know, if you don't quit drinking, you're going to die. Your liver is shot, you know, you're going to die. And so I kept drinking for another year and a half, you know, and through a series of events, found myself in rehab. And then they do blood work again in rehab. So I was just waiting on these test results thinking, man, this is it. Like, it's done. You know, a year and a half more heavy drinking. I thought for sure. I thought it was over, man. I thought my liver was done, and it was pretty scary, you know. So it was just, you know, like, what would I want my mom and dad and my brother and the people who are close to me to hear if, in fact, I did pass away?
Wow, that's beyond deep. Like, you can definitely feel that that's where you were going with it. Mission accomplished. Like, I completely...
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Definitely, especially when an artist can connect to not only his fans, but to branch out to further audience to where they were like, whoa, that's really deep. What would I say if I was going to die young? But now my next question has to be to you. Now, with tour life and being on the road and the fact that you're now at a rehab, like, is it a constant struggle being on the road, or is it just a constant reminder of this is why you have what you have and you can't go back?
Constant reminder, the latter. You know, it took me, I didn't perform until about 7 months sober. And so I went through rehab and through sober living, and I did my first show at sober living. But you know what? The thing is, if you just do the things that the people who are helping you tell you to do, in my experience, I found that it's no big deal, you know? And I'm in venues all the time. I'll be in San Diego tonight playing the House of Blues with the Alcoholics, ironically enough, and Hyro. And so, you know, it's a blessing. It really is. You know, I get to go and do these things and do them sober, and I haven't had a problem.
Wow, congrats. And the House of Blues, big ups on that. So many names have crossed the stages of the House of Blues. So, congrats. So, my next question has to be, 2014 is coming up. A whole new year, whole new time in life. Where do you want to put your footprints in 2014?
Well, you know, put my footprint. You know, I just want to keep moving forward. You know, we have we're gonna finish pushing Live from Rehab. You know, that project's only been out for 5 months. So, you know, 4 months actually, I think. And we're just gonna finish pushing that strong. I've got a new album ready to go, and we're shooting videos. So, you know, what I'd like to do is get close to releasing January, February for the new project, and I'd like to be donating some money to Music Cares. You know, they help send musicians to rehab, so we're going to take some of the profits from the album, try and give them to them, and help some people out. But obviously I want to do this thing as big as possible, you know, while staying true to myself and my sound. If it can hit the mainstream, then that's great. You know, I did have a deal. I left the label. It wasn't what I expected. But if it can go mainstream, then that's cool, you know. And if it, you know, remains kind of like an underground movement, then that's fine with me too. I'm just fortunate I get to do what I love doing, and it's working.
Definitely, and so far it seems like it is working. Like, I've heard some of your songs, and it's the way you're real. Like, you're in the purest form of real. And a lot of artists nowadays don't have that. So my question has to be to you, are there any future collaborations in the mix, or is it strictly just going to be just you moving forward and whatever feels right, feels right?
Moving forward and whatever feels right, feels right.
Okay.
I've done a lot of collaborations in the past with my old group.
Yeah.
You know, we did some stuff with Swollen Members and Living Legends, and Marty James from One Block Radius, the Shop Union. Some guys who are pretty big, and you know, I like doing the collab stuff, but it's got to be right. You know, it's got to be someone I want to work with, and it has to make sense. And you know, I'm happy just doing my solo stuff. You know, collabs are good. They can help, you know, with blog coverage and this and that, but they can also not do anything for you. You know?
No, you got a point. You're absolutely right. That's a two-way street. I get it. Now, I also have to ask you, now, what has been the biggest, I would say, moment in your music career thus far? I mean, it could be the nomination. I don't know. But, I mean, just overall, what has been that big moment that, okay, I'm doing this for real. Like, I made it for real.
I think that there's been several of those along the way.
Okay.
So, you know, at first, that moment when you feel that is when I decided I was going to do this for real, and I moved to California. And you know, you're young and you're full of excitement, and it's like, now we got this. And then when we started turning that into reality in Lake Tahoe, and we started booking our own shows and selling out these venues, you know, there was another moment like, this is working. And then again, when you get linked up with a promoter and a booking agent, and you're opening for big guys, you know, there it is again.
Yeah.
And so, but you know, another big moment I would think is I was nominated for the San Diego Music Awards when I lived there for Best Hip Hop. So that was a big moment. The LA Music Awards is certainly a big moment.
Yeah.
And you know, I have to point out signing my deal with Famous Records in Fontana and recording with Father MC, who produced the single Buried by Six.
Okay.
You know, when we were in the studio together, he was there's some of the stuff that he said to me really kind of touched my heart. He just said, man, you're saying stuff that people are scared to say.
Yeah.
If this record hits, then, you know, this can change the game. And that was a big moment for me. That was after I had lost it all, gotten sober, was still trying to figure out how to live again, and then it was, okay, my music is still working, and it's working on a different level now.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
Wow. Well, you're right. Those are some amazing highlights and points to anyone's career, especially someone's life. So, congrats. Now, when it comes to fans, what is the number one thing you want them to know before they listen to your music, or even while they're listening to a song of yours? What do you want them to know about you?
That this is just my story, and it doesn't have to be theirs.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to tell them anything other than this is what happened to me. I think it's important for people to know that even though I'm sober,
Yeah.
My thing is not you need to be sober, and I'm not like pushing. I'm not pushing that on people. It's just me. You know, like my friends still party, they do their thing, and I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I'm all for just doing you, and whatever works, works. But I'm also for if something isn't working, trying to make that change, trying to fix that, and move forward in your life and always do better.
Wow, definitely. And that's a big thing too. A lot of times you'll hear certain artists and you'll hear their songs and you're just like, okay, well they're really pushing this really hard. This is the lifestyle they really want us to get. But no, that definitely makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's your story and it's your life, but at the same time you're painting a picture with words and lyrics that people can see mentally. So, congrats on that.
Right. Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to ask you, like, how do your fans or up-and-coming fans stay in contact with you? Because social media is huge right now. So how do they touch base with you?
Well, the website's pretty much the home base.
Okay.
So it's jonezenmusic.com, and that's the easiest. Because like I said, home base, and you got links to Reverb Nation, to Facebook, to Twitter, to the YouTube, to all that stuff from there. But, I am on Facebook, obviously, Jonezen Music, and Twitter at Jonezen Music, Instagram at Jonezen Music.
Okay.
And then shoot me an email, call me up. You know what I mean? I'm out there shaking hands, talking to people, and doing whatever.
And that brings me to another question. When it comes to artists, you guys are asked to sign some of the weirdest things in the weirdest places. What has been the most, one of those moments where you're like, oh, sign where? Moments for you.
Oh man, it's the ladies when they ask you, with with their chest. I haven't had any real asinine requests. Most of the time it's just CDs.
Yeah.
And some of the ladies that they want their chest signed, and you know what I mean. You gotta give them what they want, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess. And that's crazy because sometimes they turn those signatures into tattoos. Like, how would you feel if someone took your autograph and then got it tattooed on them? So now it's permanent, whether it was on their chest or their backside.
Man, I just feel like I hope they like the next album. Fans.
Okay, that's definitely interesting. That's something I've always wanted to know. Like, I didn't know how artists felt or did when it came to stuff like that. When they're just like, "Can you sign my chest?" And then, like, I mean, I know you guys do it, but
I'd be honored. That's probably one of the biggest compliments that an artist can get.
Mm-hmm.
Having someone make you like a part of their body forever. I mean, that's love beyond love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a ride or die fan right there. And so respect, love, right back at them. I appreciate it. Just hope they don't regret that down the line.
Well, it's one of those things. Once you make that decision, trust, it's something that you'll always remember. So, good or great, you'll remember. So then, of course, I have to ask, like, if you could go anywhere, if you could travel, do tours anywhere, where would you ideally want to go?
Okay, to tour?
Yeah.
Well, I've done for a lot of years in kind of the Midwest some, so been there, done that. But I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta go with Europe. I do. I've never been. Only other country I've been to is Canada, and so I would go Europe and go kind of see some history, and you hear stories about European fans just being nuts. So I think that'd be a good time.
Definitely. I mean, hip hop and rap, all of that is huge out there. They love it. It's something that literally, I think it's more embedded in their blood than out here. I don't know what it is with the fans out there, but definitely do the Europe tour thing. Salute and congrats on that in advance.
Yeah, well, let's hope it happens. If anyone reads the interview, let them know. Call me up. Let's do it. I'm game.
Okay, definitely. But now my last question to you has to be, Now, I'll put it this way. When you wake up every day, do you have a personal motto or saying that you say to yourself every day that keeps you going and motivated?
Absolutely, I do.
What is
And
it?
you want to know what it is?
Yes, please.
Smash life.
Okay.
Smash life. And Smash life is actually the name of a company I own.
Okay.
And I started the company after Smash Life became kind of a motto for the way that I live. Now, this is before rehab.
Okay.
But what Smash Life is all about, get up, go hard, help some other people along the way, and just, like, make sure that you're always trying to kill it. Like, right now, for example, you're smashing.
Mm-hmm.
You woke up, you're on the phone, you're doing what you got to do. I woke up this morning and smashing. You're just out there getting it. That's what Smash Life is all about.
Okay. Well, wow. That's a definite motto right there. Get up, do what you gotta do. And that's something a lot of people don't do. So,
yeah.
great motto. And again, is there anything else that you would like to add before we have to go?
Yeah, just Live from Rehab. It's a free download from jonezenmusic.com. Click the artwork, and it'll redirect you to the DatPiff page. And that's all recorded in treatment. Mm-hmm. And the new album is in the works, and we're looking to release in January or February of 14.
Okay. Well, I am definitely looking forward to all of that. And for the most part, I just have to say thank you again for this interview. And congrats in advance, especially being nominated. And hopefully you do that European tour.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome. No problem. Thanks again.